All righty. Says we're live. So hopefully everything is good. Charlie should be joining us, but Charlie was having a little bit of technical difficulties with the sound. So hopefully Charlie will be here soon. But either way, Merry Christmas Eve and Merry Christmas if you are across the date and into Christmas itself via time zones. So let me add Charlie.
Is sound working now?
Yes, sound is.
Yay!
Yay!
My camera still isn't, but at least the microphone is.
Well, hey, there you go. So Merry Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas Eve. Happy Mother's Night. Happy Yule. Blessed Solstice. Happy Christmas Hanukkah Kwanzaa.
Yes. Well, and Hanukkah's already over, right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes, they did, Devin. They so did.
Yes. The gremlins got Charlie momentarily. So don't forget to save if you are actually working today. So, yes, I spent the morning lazing about in bed. Then I got the laundry started, so you may or may not be able to hear that in the background. And I set things out to do fudge after the stream. Yes, because I haven't made my fudge yet. So that's going to be the after stream nonsense is 45 minutes of stirring a pot of sugar.
Oh, darn.
I know, right? The afterwards, the licking the pot and the spoon after having plated everything is awesome. But the stirring, I will probably recruit Mom to give me a break at some point. But yeah, so I have to make fudge today. I've got one last present to wrap. And then I also, my mom has been doing this thing with our nephews in that she puts a couple of coins in new pairs of socks for them so that they have to like undo the sock and like dump out the coin. But it's just sort of like a couple of pennies or a nickel or some quarters, just like here and there. So it's not like $1 per pair of socks or anything. But she didn't have very many coins. So she was like, can I raid your piggy bank? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I haven't touched it in over a year, so I don't know what's in there. But yeah. So I spent the morning, part of the morning, sorting out the different coinage. So she has an easier time of grabbing the kinds of coins she wants. So.
And constantly wondering how so many Canadian coins got into your money, considering how far both of us are from the border.
So I found one 10-cent euro. I found a couple of Canadian coins, and I found a buffalo nickel. I didn't find any pesos this time. Occasionally I do find some pesos. Yeah, I think that was all that I had special this time because I think I've managed to pull out all the other ones in the process. Plus, no stores around me have really been giving much change lately because of the coin shortage. So I'm over here just like hoarding a piggy bank full of coins. So apparently I'm part of the problem. Sorry, banks. Yeah, so but that's what that's what I spent my morning doing was lazing, laundry, coin sorting, and prepping for fudge. That's what my morning consisted of. How about you, Charlie?
Well, I was planning on taking most of this week off because, I really wanted to because my brain is in full winter break mode. And then, of course, I had a conversation with Glory yesterday, which got all my wheels spinning. So last night I was making artwork, and today I have an idea for a thing that I could get written very quickly if I can get all of the things worked out for it. And yeah, so...
Talking to Glory just seems to spark all kinds of imaginations. So.
Yes. So I'm fairly excited for it. It's going to be in the same setting as my epic fantasy setting. And the idea is going to be having a bunch of feeder stories out in the world on various platforms to try to draw people to the main storyline. So it's not going to be as intense a story. It's not going to be as involved because the main story is quite large and lots of moving parts. So, but yeah. Essentially, I found a way to do my own Yojimbo last night. And I'm very excited about that.
That's awesome. So you might actually be working during sprints today.
Yeah, I'm going to at least be fleshing out characters because I know the names of the two main characters, which are going to be Nanashi and Saroji. And I just need to get their backstories and stuff done and figure out what the big bad of the first story arc is going to be.
The big bad. Love it. Rosalind says, oh my God, hello. Hello. And Merry Christmas Eve. And there you are. And Devin says, howdy or ho ho howdy. I'm not sure which that was intended to be, but hello. And Rider on Wheels says, hello. Didn't think you'd be here, but unfortunately the panini got your brother and sister-in-law. Oh no. So plans got changed last minute. Well, hopefully their cases are mild and they get over it quickly and return to normal. But that stinks. And Kai says, heya, hello. And CB is here, hello. And then Fudge comments. Yes.
Fudge.
I think last year I posted the fudge recipe, so I can find that on my hard drive and post that again if y'all want it. But it's there, or should be there. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not in the description. I think it was last year, but I don't think it is right now. I should probably fix that. It's a good way to get kids used to unrolling socks. True. Although I don't think that's why Mom does that. I think it was just a thing that she wanted to do. Kai says, I'm sorry to Rachel. The same thing happened to us with your nephew. Thankfully, they are all okay, and he got his first negative today. Yay! That's so good. I'm glad. And your cousin has the bug too, CB. You weren't going to see him anyway, but your godmother will be on her own for Christmas. Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe you can FaceTime or do a call at least. So Right on Wheels says, it is what it is. You're just grateful we found out before we got there and you potentially got it.
Yeah.
Amen to that. And Emma is here. Hello. Welcome. And Michaela is here. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
And I think that is all the hellos for the moment. So I have not drawn a card today, so I need to do that because I have not drawn a card in a while. So excuse me while I wiggle my drawer out from behind my laptop. You would think that I would put these cards somewhere more accessible than...
Oh, why would you do that? That does not seem logical to me at all, because every time I put them in a logical place, I find them somewhere else, so, you know.
Sorry. Okay. The cards are all sliding off. All right. So the card on top of the stack is the Squirrel Spirit. Believe in yourself.
Amen to that.
Mm-hmm. So that is your card for today. So believe in yourself, and all of your nuts have a reason, I'm sure. All kinds of good things. Believing in yourself is good. So that is the card for today. Squirrel Spirit, believing in yourself. Believing in those little seeds of ideas that you've got and making sure that you either store them away for a rainy day or that you grow them into a new tree for yourself. So hopefully that is in line with your plans for today. And
my goddess for today was Diana.
oh, Queen of the Wilderness.
Queen of the
Squirrels and
Wilderness.
wilderness, they go together.
Yeah, I found that very interesting that I pulled a card and you're like, it's the squirrel. And I'm just like, Diana, are you playing with a squirrel up a tree?
Yes, absolutely. So, yes. I think this is what you were saying earlier. You're with Kai. Every time you put it in a logical place, you can never find it.
Oh, yeah. The logical place is only logical the moment you think of a logical place for it to be. When you go to retrieve it, it's not the first place that ever comes to mind.
No. Mm-mm. And Jordan in here. Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
All right. We are in need of a first sprint. And let me pull up one of our penguin timers. We're going to go for the 15-minute start with our cute little penguin that's holding a Christmas present and saying right to you. So that is what the image is. So cute.
So cute.
He's so cute, but he's so very blunt about what he wants. Just right. So, for our reminders, 1, don't forget to save your document if you have already been working today. 2, make sure that you have something to hydrate with. 3, straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check so that you don't hunch like I was doing. And 4, make sure that if you need a break or a snack, you get one. All right, 15 minutes starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that was the first sprint. How did we do? I got on a roll. I got 660 words, which is quite
Nice.
and that's the reason why I should always start with a 15-minute sprint. So that was a good brainstorming flow session. That was very nice. I appreciate the fact that my brain was able to do that today, because there have been days recently where it was just completely incapable of doing that. So I feel very, very happy that my brain was kicking on all cylinders then. So there we go. That's how I did. How about you, Charlie? Did you get some good characterization and ideas down?
I did. I needed to create a goddess for the story, and I got her named. I know a little bit about her iconography and how she interacts with the world and how she came to be who she is. She's going to be one of my favorite kinds of deities in actual legend that was once a goddess of one thing who became a goddess of something else, and how that transformation happened, because I always find that interesting when mythology changes a character from, oh, they're the patron of this, to actually they're really the patron of that.
Yeah.
And I find that really fun.
I find that a lot of times when that happens is when they're trying to assimilate another culture. And so then they take sort of like one aspect of a similar-ish kind of god or goddess, and then they're like, oh, our god is this and this now, and then like along the way this one just becomes forgotten.
The fun thing about doing stuff like that in this setting is book one opens with basically the world equivalent of Mount Olympus being attacked, and our heroes, who are pilgrims in the holy city at the base of the mountain, witnessing the gods getting their butts kicked.
Ooh.
And yeah, so the story begins literally with the apocalypse. Like the world is ending. Yay.
And isn't that sometimes a fun way to start?
Yes. Because I already have chapter 1 of book 1 written. And
that's the one you were writing yesterday?
Yeah, I was finishing the edit.
Yesterday. Wednesday. Whatever day my last stream.
Yeah, and I'm going to be putting this out chapter by chapter, because especially the main book series is going to be, the outline tells me it's going to be about 200,000 words for book 1. Nice. So like these are like big fantasy books. So they will be serialized. So anybody who does not want to wait for a 200,000 word story to get done can read the chapters as they're written. Plus, because I tend to write clean as far as plot goes, I'm not as concerned about having to go back and edit for plot reasons. So getting to edit chapter by chapter like this, I think will help my psyche at the end, where I don't have to sit down with my evil editor brain for a month or longer.
And do all of it, you know? Yeah, that would definitely help. I'm just thinking about Project Gray, which I still haven't finished revising the first draft because of that. I'm like, it's 100,000 words. I don't want to do it. I don't want to edit it, but I know I need to. But yeah, that editor brain is not as fun as drafting brain, for sure.
Yeah, and I'm very hard on my fiction, so like by the end of editing, I'm just like, why am I even trying to write? And it's very hard to get back into writing mode.
It's very depressing.
So, flipping back and forth, I think, will be helpful. I'm hoping. It'll also hopefully keep me from having the problem that I have right now, where I've got 4 finished books on my hard drive, and I'm just like, I'll edit them eventually.
Yeah. Oh well. So many things. All right, let's see how everybody did. Let's see. CB was asking if anybody knows if Tony Stark's mother has siblings. And Emily responded she did not in the movies, but don't know about the comics. And then Emily was asking, are you writing fanfic? So yes, CB has quite a bit of fanfic on Archive of Our Own under Pepperoni Fan 1982. So if you want to go look for CB on Archive of Our Own, you'll be able to find lots of things to read. And Emily got an impressive 527 words. Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
And CB got 203 words. Excellent. And Rachel says, not a lot of words. One of your best friends got a kitty and you were distracted with kitty pictures. Yes.
Allowable. I mean, completely allowable.
Completely understandable.
Kitties are cute. They grow up to be demon cats, but that's fine.
Still fun.
I like my demon cats.
CB said, oh. And Kai says, did some Christmas-themed paper cutting. Oh, are you cutting out trees and making garlands? Or I'm intrigued now. I want to know what Christmas-themed paper cutting entails.
Same.
Yes. And so Emily is going to look up CB's fanfics. You love writing fanfic when you're warming up or cooling down from your OG projects. Always fun. And fan fiction is just writing. So there are some people that disagree with that, but then there are some people that are not very smart. I was trying to decide how to say that not quite rudely, but there's no way to do it.
No, there really isn't.
There's no way to do it.
I want to get better at actually posting the fanfic that I write somewhere, because with a bunch of cajoling on the stream, I did post one chapter of a fanfic that I have like multiple written. But fanfiction has been such a like personal thing for such a long time. I haven't even thought about like putting it anywhere. I admire CB's bravery, because it takes courage to put your stuff out there.
It does. It definitely does. Which is why not a whole lot of my stuff is out there yet, because I'm a coward. I'm working on it.
Once you get that addictive taste of, ooh, the story's out. It's out. You hold that first book in your hands, that first printed copy, and you just look at it and stare at it and go, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. Yeah. That's what gets you going. Always get that proof copy. It'll keep you going to make sure that book comes out.
CB would love to get a cat, but you're allergic, and too many other people you know are also allergic. Gotcha. So you will have to be content with pictures and videos of other people's cats then. Or you could find one of those hypoallergenic cats. I don't know if that would work.
They tend to be expensive.
They do. I don't know if a hairless cat would be any better.
I don't know.
Those are the ones that look like real demon cats. Emily says, writing is writing. Exactly. Yes. And CB with our reminder, don't forget to hit the like button. And CB says, I post my work in the hopes that someone somewhere might like it. You don't really care what people think of it because life is too short.
That's a good philosophy for any writer to have, because no matter how much you like your stuff, there will always be, or other people like your stuff, there will always be that one person, at least that one person that just wants to take you down a peg because it's how they get their ego boost for the day.
Yes. Or who knows, they might just be in a whole mood that day.
Yeah.
And your story is just the thing that tips them over the edge. Who knows?
Or they get mad at you because your main character doesn't actually fall in love with and marry the serial killer. And I'm just like, that's what? Anyway, sorry. I will eventually let that go. I know that book was like 10 years ago, but still.
It's okay. He just kills people. You can fall in love with him anyway.
They're less likely to kill the people they love.
Less likely doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
You really misunderstood this story, sweetie.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Kai's Christmas themed paper cutting, using a template with deers and baubles and using a scalpel to cut it out. Ooh,
Nice.
yes, quite fun. Hairless cat would be good if you were allergic to their hair. You're not, you're allergic to their skin. Oh. Well, in that case, you will have to make do with pictures and videos. Sphinx cats, yes. Also, their claws are kind of scary.
You just donate blood periodically to
Just,
the demon cats, and that's how you know that you're doing a good job and they know that you love them.
yes.
This is what all of us cat owners tell ourselves every time we donate blood to the cause.
You must occasionally give a sacrifice. Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and do another sprinty sprint then and see if we can increase our productivity and allow Kai to do some more Christmas cutting and all the other things. So we'll do a 25-minute Pomodoro length sprint. Yes, cats need sacrifice and violence, so claws. I think there's some sort of like TikTok sound or Instagram Reels sound where there's just a whole bunch of like videos of cats that are like looking at the camera, and the voiceover says something like, "Mother, I crave violence." So, yes.
Our cats want to walk on the ceiling. They found a couple places where they can get close to it and they can't quite reach it, and they just get up there and they reach up towards towards it and just meow deep into the night, like, "I will have you, Sky. You shall be mine."
Yes. Cats are just interesting creatures. So, alrighty, let's go ahead and actually do the sprinty sprint. My second sprint is always my self-promo sprint. So please go ahead and feel free to put in the chat any self-promo you have for your social media, your YouTube channels, your blog posts, Etsy shops, etc., etc. All the things that you would like to self-promote, especially if they are writing adjacent. So there you go. Don't forget to save. Don't forget to sip. Don't forget to stretch or straighten your spine. And make sure that if you need a snack, you get one. Those are your reminders. And now I can remember to share the screen, which I should have done already. Alrighty. So 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I was 29 words short of 1,000 words. So that was a nice second sprint for me. I thought maybe I could make it, but I was very close. I was very close.
So close.
I know. 29 words. It's a shame. It's okay. Maybe next time. I don't have to, like, I'll take the fact that I'm having a good writing day. I don't have to push it or be disappointed that I didn't get more. I'll take the fact that I'm having a good writing day. So
I kind of want to do a word count on the comment I just left, but I don't want to know how many words I just wrote. My spoiler-free review of The Matrix Resurrections is up on the channel, and somebody asked a really good question, and I inadvertently wrote them a novel in response.
it's okay.
Because it's not a simple question to answer. And I basically spent that entire time. I literally hit the post button right when I heard the chime go off, and I was like, wow, I spent all 25 minutes answering their question. But yeah, I'm very
did you happen to put a link to that video in the chat?
No, I didn't.
Since
but I
it's
can.
self-promo sprint.
I can.
You should.
Because I know it's a surprise, it's a shocker. I have feels about this movie. I know I never have feels about movies that are controversial at all.
No, never. Never.
Oh, it's going to get even better when my full spoiler review video comes out next week. So,
okay, so the spoiler-free one came out, and then the spoiler one will be next week.
Yes. Because I recorded both at the same time, but thought if people,
shenanigans.
Well, I thought there should be a space between them, and I figure right now anybody looking for a review is looking more for, should I watch this? What kind of a movie is this?
Fair enough.
And we can. It's going to be everything in my power not to just have a Matrix channel after this movie, because I think about every 2 to 3 minutes could be an hour-long video breaking down how they told the story, the methods that they told the story, what they're actually saying in the story. Like, yeah, I have a lot of feels. But yeah, I just posted the link to my
excellent
review.
We had a couple people pop in as well. And we had some bots that we had to bop. So there we go. All right, so let me go find the angry cat conversation. Because I think that's about where we stopped.
Yeah, I've been using the star at the beginning of a sprint.
No, I forgot to do that.
Yeah, because it's new. It's new and shiny. And then it's just like, okay, where's that star at?
Yeah. Okay. I think this was about it. So CB was saying I'd rather come face to face with an angry alpaca than an angry cat.
Sometimes, yeah. Except for, alpacas can kick hard. If you have not watched them, some of my, like when I'm having a really bad day, just search up alpaca protects sheep on YouTube, because alpacas are used as guard animals for sheep herds. So are llamas, because they see the sheep as members of their herd, and they despise all canids. So they will run off, if not kill, coyotes and wolves.
There you go.
Seeing an alpaca go toe-to-toe with a wolf is a terrifying sight. Kind of amazing.
Yes. I will have to look that up at some point, just because. So Kai had to go for the annual Christmas. And Merry Christmas, everybody, and hope we get lots of words. So Emily was saying, I'd rather have an angry alpaca than an angry llama.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And then Devin was celebrating the Pomodoro penguin. And Maggie is here. Hello, lovelies. Hello. And Devin, our most helpful Devin, with the Linktree link for all of Devin's fun things.
All hail the blessed Tugwaddle, the person so inspirational an entire species were created based on.
Yes, that guy with all the links, Tugwaddle. And there is the most helpful link for live streams for writing. And so then Emily had a question on wood-fired stoves. Is the place for pots and pans still considered a burner? I put that I had heard it referred to as just like the stovetop or a flat top, but not a burner.
As somebody who was raised in the 1860s, when my great-grandmother taught me how to cook on a Franklin pot-bellied wood stove, she referred to them as the plates. Because the way our stove worked, there were iron circles that could be taken out. So if you needed the pan to be hotter, you could actually pop the circle out and put the pan basically directly in the fire.
Okay.
And the rest was solid cast iron. Where it was solid cast iron, the stove was cooler than the plates because the plates were thinner and conducted heat a little bit better. So all of the recipes I got were how far onto the plate the pan should be.
Okay.
So hopefully that's how my great-grandmother taught me how to cook on a wood burning stove. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah. But I think that would also depend on whether or not the stove has those plates or is just a flat top. I think most of the ones that I had seen were flat tops. So that's probably why I just referred to it as a stovetop or a flat top.
Because, Hello, the Screenwriter's Journey.
Hello. We're glad you can join us too. And let's see. Maggie says, glad to have the good laptop back. You've missed everyone so much. Yay! We're glad you have your laptop back. And you can pick up all of Maggie's books at Amazon under MM Ward. And there's the link for that. And Jenna is here. Jenna writes romance.
Hey, Jenna.
Hello. Christina says hello and Merry Christmas Eve.
Hello, Christina.
And Carrie is here. Hello.
Hey, Carrie.
And Maggie was commenting on the spam bots. And Carrie called them a bunch of Grinches. And Ryder Wheel says, oh, hey, I just realized I'm probably going to hit 50K today. That is impressive and deserves to be celebrated.
That is awesome.
I have no answer to this question. Why have YouTube done what? Why have they done nothing? I don't know.
Because they're only working on things that are in their financial best interest, and the spammers are not hurting them.
Yes, that's probably a good answer. Every time you see one, you report it. Yay, good. Yays. And Carrie says, hope you all are well. You're giving your fingers a break from crochet. Arthritis and crochet equals owie. Yes. But you are almost done with the first half of this hood. Ooh.
Woo.
Yay.
Also remember, if you're not used to doing it, you're going to be using muscles that are going to be getting tired quicker. When I picked up piano again was it last month or month before last? Anyway, recently, I started having muscle spasms in the middle of my palms. And I didn't understand what was going on until I realized, oh, wait, pressing keys on a keyboard is very different from pressing keys on a piano with a range of motion. Mm-hmm. And yeah, my hands were not ready for that kind of thing. So there's also that.
Emily says, gotta go for round 1 of presents. Happy holidays to everyone. Happy holidays, and hope you have fun with the presents.
I like this idea of multiple rounds of presents.
Yes. Well, I do know that some people open like one gift on Christmas Eve, and then they open the rest Christmas morning. I know that's a thing that some people do. And I guess if you're having a holiday party, Christmas Eve, Christmas, and then Boxing Day for visiting multiple families. And Charlie will be streaming today on Twitch at 5 p.m.
It is an ecumenical matter as to what we're going to be doing on the stream because I'm really enjoying the story, so it may turn into a productivity even though I didn't want it to be. We are currently playing a date simulator, Boyfriend Dungeon on the stream, so it may be that. Or if Glory shows up, we may be playing Don't Starve Together. It all depends on what happens right before the stream starts.
CB got 306 words that time. Excellent. Rider on Wheels got 260. Would have been more, but you started a new scene and you always start slow. That is okay, because if you start slow and you take your time and you think about it, then you have less rewriting to do later, which is always a goal. And CB added a plot twist and another fandom. Yay! And Megan, hello! You're job hunting on Christmas Eve.
And because she's not doing self-promo, which she should, put your coffee in the links, Megan. Megan is also doing chaptering, and I think aren't you doing transcripts as well? Transcription
Yes,
for videos, and those services are available through her coffee. So you can help employ Megan by getting her to help you with your chapters and captions. Promote yourself, honey.
Okay. And Jenna says, "Hi, Charlie. How are you?"
I am doing a lot better and way too busy.
And Michaela says, "You outlined 2 scene cards.
Nice.
Excellent." Jenna wants to know, how is it going, Megan? And there is Charlie's spoiler-free Matrix Resurrections review.
I had to cut like 3 minutes out where I realized I accidentally went into spoilers. So it is very definitely spoiler-free.
Screenwriter's Journey self-promotion. You'll be uploading a video on Sunday called "I Watched a Wachowski movie every day for a week."
Ooh, they have so many good ones.
Look,
Cloud Atlas is an interesting experience.
Yes. Okay. So that's going to go up on Sunday. Okay.
I can't wait for that one because curious.
Yes. CB says, "I blame a certain MCU actor for your fascination with alpacas."
I wonder who that could be.
Emily says, "I stayed for the wood stove topic in one ear, but this really helped, so thank you so much." Oh, good. Then, okay, actually, bye now. All right, bye, Emily. Maggie says, "I may have to cut the last 2 minutes of my Hold My Latte 2022 video because I went on a rant about a passive-aggressive person."
Oh, that happens.
It does.
I mean, my video prior to this one was just me ranting about a passive-aggressive person in my comments. So, yeah.
And Maggie's laughing and says, "Oh no, Charlie." And it's an awesome video.
Yeah, I went a little crazy with it. There are weird interstitials and things.
And Carrie says, "I don't have to have the cloak done till May, so you will try to pace yourself." Oh, good.
I love how "try" is in quotes because I see you, girl. I see you.
Well, and I definitely feel this too, because I'm the type of person who, once I start on a project, I just want to like work on it until it's done. That's why, as much as I would like to try oil painting, knowing my personality, like I want to be able to like paint and mix like right then, and having to wait in between coats is just not. It's just not going to work for me.
That's why I've stuck with acrylics.
Yeah, exactly. So, although I've always wanted to try oils because that's what my grandmother, my dad's mom, painted with, and I love her pieces, and I've always wanted to try it. But I'm also like slightly terrified of the fact that if you don't store your cleaning rags properly, they can spontaneously combust. Slightly terrified of that. So that's another point for the acrylics rather than the oils.
Yeah. I'm very good at making very muddy looking oil paintings though. Because I think I've waited long enough, and no.
Yeah. CB says, I had severe muscle cramps in my legs after your first Irish dancing lesson 4 years ago, and you could hardly walk for 2 days. You had to stop again because your teacher ghosted you. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That's no fun. But yes, using new muscles is a pain, literally.
Yep, literally.
And there is Megan's commission link. Yay. And Maggie was saying llamas and alpacas are no joke.
Oh, no, they're not, but they're beautiful.
And CB says, true. I don't know why, but I think alpacas are cuter.
I know I say this every time, but look up vicunas. Look up vicunas. If you think alpacas are cute, look up their cousin species, the vicuna, and just melt.
Shall we do that right now?
They're a little bit smaller.
How do we spell it?
I believe it's Vicuna, I believe, if my memory's not failing.
Ah, okay.
They are just adorable. You don't hear about them that much because they are an endangered species, because they were hunted near to extinction.
Yeah. Like some of the first thing is just like fur coats.
Yep. But they're so cute. And I look like a little fish. Especially when they're all woolly and they just get the big old chubby cheeks. It's just so cute.
Gosh. They're very cute. Look at that fluff on the chest. That's hilarious. Love that. Very cute. Very cute.
I think they're just adorable.
They are called the plates. Maggie can confirm about the stove plate, the stovetop, the plates.
I think, like me, Maggie also grew up in the 1860s.
The job hunt is not going well, but today isn't a very good day. Yeah, it's Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
So give yourself a break sometime. And Carrie says, "Oh, alrighty. I think we have chatted for long enough that we should probably do another stream or another sprint.
More streams, all the streams.
All the streams. So let me reshare our Pomodoro Penguin. And, okay, I'm going to put a star next to the last comment so that I can come back to it. StreamYard with all the new things. Alrighty, so don't forget to save. Don't forget to sip or hydrate. I have completely consumed all my water, so I need to go get some more. Don't forget to straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. And make sure that if you need a break or a walkabout, you take one. Okay, so there you go. Those are your reminders. And we can now do another 25-minute Pomodoro Penguin Sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I was not muted. Don't know when that happened, but okay. Sorry for my clicky clacky typewriting sounds. Hopefully that didn't bother you too much. Whoopsies. Let's see. I'm up at 2,579 words for the stream. So I did not quite make 1,000 that time either, but I got another good chunk. So I am pleased. I have, let's see, I've written 3 2/3 pages. So
Nice. Yeah, I got 166 words that time. Had to name a bunch of things because in world building mode again. So what are her titles? What are the names of some of the other deities that she's working with? What is the name of the city that caused the great change in her mythos? And then started writing the epic tale of when the goddess of the snows could no longer stomach watching her devotees die and intervened in history.
yes, very nice. I need to save this document so this is your cue to save, just so you know, in case you have not. Is it going to let me? Yes. Uh, 12:24. Okay. All right. And okay, now I can go back up to the star because I remembered to put that on.
Yay!
Yay! We're going to chat right too. So, Jennifer was asking if there's anything you could do to help with the job hunt for Megan. And Maggie was saying, I hope you find something soon. And Megan said, me too. And Jennifer said, hi. And this is when I said more streams instead of more sprints. So yes, I wouldn't be mad either, but not today, other than Charlie's streams this evening. Becca's just stopping in to say happy holidays. Happy holidays to you too. And Maggie said, I will be there because yay, laptop. Always good. Megan said, if you could magically make a job appear, that would be great. Unfortunately, I don't think that's how that works. And yes, I got more water, so don't forget to sip either. Now that you've saved, don't forget to sip. Jennifer said, I'm here if you think of anything you need or you just want to vent. So sweet.
Jennifer's a good bean.
Mm-hmm. You know, job hunts suck the life out of people. That's one good thing about being physically disabled and not being able to work outside of your writing. It leaves you with the writing, doesn't it? Maggie was saying you drew up 1800s adjacent.
Yeah. I really feel weird when I tell stories of my childhood because they really feel like, okay, are you just ripping this off from Huck Finn? And it's like, no. I mean, we had a car and electricity, but other than that.
Yeah. All the productivity. You're a little excited to be back in a sprint stream. Understandable if you've been without your laptop for a while. Megan said part of the problem is you're physically disabled too, but not disabled enough for disability and the like. Yes, cuts down on the number of jobs that you qualify for. That stinks. Maggie said, the wind is making your internet so laggy and like the saggy baggy elephant. I like the way that says. That stinks. Yes. Jennifer wanted to know what kind of things you're able to do. Megan can do data entry, admin assistance type stuff. You have some marketing experience under your belt, but not enough to get yourself a job in marketing. I think somebody, well, I don't know if paralegals would need to be in the office or not.
Depends on what they have them doing.
Yeah, because if you're doing data entry and research, so I don't know, paralegals, I don't know. That just popped into my head. I don't know if that's a good avenue or not. Screenwriter's Journey says, gotta go. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yes. And yes, Devin was very fast on getting rid of the bots. So props to Devin. And by Screenwriter's Journey, be blessed. Yes, you thought you had beat Devin to the punch with the last bot, but no. Speedy fingers. Nikki is here. Hello. Merry Christmas Eve to you as well. CB asks, what position did Bruce Wayne play in baseball? He was the bat boy. At first I was like, did he play? And then I read the last part and I got the joke. So
See, the sad thing is, I bet you, because the comic has been running for so long, there are probably some old comics playing baseball in costume.
You know,
I bet you there would be some superhero v superhero baseball comics from
probably. ASMR clickety clackety keyboard sounds. Yes, hopefully you took it that way rather than, this is so annoying.
I thought it was intentional. I didn't even put sound on in the background. I was like, productivity sounds. I need this inspiration.
At some point I must have hit the mute button accidentally and unmuted myself because I think I did have myself muted initially. Who knows? CB got 207 words. And Carrie says, I was hungry, so I warmed up some French toast sticks as a late lunch.
Ooh.
Very nice. And Jenna got 444 words, the 444. Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And Michaela got 2 more scene cards. Nice. You're moving right along. 200-ish words. Hopefully, if you can do one more sprint, you'll hit the 50K in this manuscript. Well, in that case, we might just have to do that for you. Megan says, I'm reading Simone de Beauvoir.
Yes. So yeah. I believe she's currently reading The Second Gender. That's okay. The actual book that she's reading. We were talking about it the other day, so I'm pretty sure that's the one. Okay. And it is upsetting that book is still relevant. It should be something that you read and go, well, historically, people were bad. Nope.
Still so relevant. Gotcha.
Still, unfortunately, yeah.
Better days. Hello. How are you? Merry Christmas Eve. And Merry Christmas if I'm not online tomorrow. Emma Decker says, hello. Took a break for dinner. Hope your sprints are going well. And Jenna suggests maybe trying to look for freelance work. You get a lot of work on Upwork, and they have a lot of jobs, but you have to establish yourself and earn some feedback and experience. As of yet, you haven't found any real employers to freelance for. You've been using Upwork to find employers with little luck. Gotcha. You might write a Marvel versus DC baseball game.
Ooh.
That could be fun.
That would be really fun.
See,
the problem with that is the Green Lantern Corps, whoever you have in there representing them, would win. So you might want to, because they could so easily cheat. And especially if it's Guy Gardner, he would definitely cheat. So if you want to have somebody get caught cheating, have Green Lantern Guy Gardner, because he would totally do that.
Or maybe have him be the umpire that everybody hates.
Oh, no. If you want the umpire that everybody would hate, that would be Kyle Rayner, also a Green Lantern, who became so infuriated about the injustice in the world that he became a supervillain that the entire DC universe had to unite against to destroy. He basically became worse than Thanos.
There you go. CB, I like this idea. I think you're going to have to write this for us. let's say you wouldn't have Pietro Maximoff play for the same reason.
Well, but see, you could have him versus the Flash, though. Because that would be fun if Pietro's running for home and the Flash has the ball, and they're both like racing to get to home plate. So who's going to tag who? You can have some drama there.
Some very good drama. All right. Well, it is 3 o'clock, which is when I normally stop. Do we want to go for one more sprint?
I am here for the ride.
Rider on Wheels can get your extra 50K.
We are doing salads for lunch, so that's not going to take a long time to put together. So,
all right, let's do one more sprint then. Last sprint, but we'll go ahead and do it.
Writing more mythology. It's fine.
No, didn't want to start yet. Okay. Share. Penguin. All right, so here's our last sprint for Christmas Eve. And so don't forget to save. Don't forget to sip. Don't forget to straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. And make sure that if you need a break, a snack, or a walk around, you take one. Okay, so that's our reminders for our last sprint. And we're going to start with a 25-minute in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty. That was the last sprint. How'd we do? I wound up with 3,466 words total for today, which is darn good for a 2.5 hour sprint. Or 2.5 hour stream, excuse me. So that's a total of 5 full pages, essentially, of just getting my brain on paper, which is very, very good.
I got another 200 and some words that time, named the priesthood that is devoted to her, the holy books that are read in her and are written in her name, and what they are and what goes into them, and just general fun world building stuff.
All the things. I did remember to hit the star, and then I saw all the comments afterwards that were all like, yes, one more sprint. So apparently I started the sprint before all the comments came through. Let's see. CB said, I would need to learn a bit more about baseball before you could write the DC versus Marvel baseball game. Jenna was talking about Upwork and freelancing. The initial part sucks where you have to establish yourself. You've been on it for over 6 years. I think somebody once told me that you could create sort of like just a sample portfolio and then also go around to ask local businesses, because they're more likely to take a local freelancer, at least initially, to sort of build your portfolio up with real work. But I can't testify as to the veracity of that because I have not done this. So
I know Spence does freelancing, so that she might be someone that you can ask about how she got started too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that was where we were still commenting about, yes, one more sprint. CB said, I know more about basketball, so you might do a DC versus Marvel basketball game rather than baseball.
Oh, that would be so much fun too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a jam I would watch.
Yes. Jennifer says, I'll keep my eyes and ears open for you. Sorry for the long delay. You had to go take care of something. For now, you would just enjoy Christmas. Yes. And I also managed to switch the laundry during that sprint, which is why my camera was off for a bit. Megan said, thanks to Jennifer. We had a couple more spam bots that Devin whacked. And yes, I was reporting and blocking them as well. And CB was also reporting them and went over to Twitter to ask YouTube to do something about it. Very nice. And yay, you made it to 50K. Congrats. Awesome. That is awesome. And that is what we were hoping for. 50,054 words. Very nice. Hooray. Exactly. Hooray and congrats. Congrats was apparently what I was trying to say.
Congrats to you all the congrats.
I don't know what congrats is supposed to be, but congrats. So Maggie says, yay.
If I had said that on my stream, it would become part of the lore and I would start seeing it in chat all the time.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if that's sort of like current and rats like together, congrats, or if it's spelled with a K, who knows? Or a Q. You can also do it with a Q. Sorry. Now I'm just thinking about ways to work it in. Jennifer also says, congrats. Michaela got 1 extra scene card. Yay!
Yay!
That's excellent. CV got 108 words. Excellent. Emma says, awesome job. Maggie finished a video. Nice. And Emma is reading a book about gin that it kind of creeping you out.
Gin can be quite creepy.
Yes.
As can some of the cousin species.
Mm-hmm. In fact, you know, So I took a children's literature course in college, and this was my senior year of college. So this would be like 20 to 21-year-olds. And there were people that had never read the original Cinderella and the original Little Mermaid. And I'm like, how do you get this far in your life and this far into stories that you're specifically taking class on children's literature and you've never read the originals?
Yeah, that feels weird.
Yeah.
I have such mixed feelings about the original Little Mermaid. There's parts of me that really likes it, and parts of me that's like, oh Hans. Oh, Hans.
Yeah, I mean, the imagery of someone turning into sea foam is kind of intriguing, but at the same time, then having spoilers, y'all, having the character essentially turn into this good-hearted spirit who's supposed to guard over these people for like 300 years before she earns the right to have her soul ascend.
You are such a good person. Here, have 300 years of slavery.
Yeah.
Your reward, servitude. Just,
yeah.
We were talking about that on the stream the other day, because most people know that it ends with her becoming sea foam, and I'm like, oh, but that's not the ultimate ending. There's more.
Yeah.
They take pity on her and go, okay, well, maybe you aren't dead, but now, congratulations, you're a slave.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And the fact that it's so othering because she wasn't like human, and so then she didn't have a soul because she wasn't human.
She is a soulless monster.
Yep. Yeah. There were just so many things about the othering in there. It's just like, and the prince never actually sees her as an actual
no.
romantic interest at all.
No.
At all. And
the good deed that she actually performs is helping him hook up with another lady that he's interested in the book.
And that would politically help him out.
Yep. It's a very short read for anybody who is interested. Yes. It's not a long book, so you can do it in an afternoon or less. But
very much less. But yeah, I mean, there's so many things in there that are interesting. I mean, let's just face it, like the real fairy tales, the old ones, like they were meant for, okay, here's the surface level to entertain the children, and then here's the level to entertain the naughty adults, and then here's the level of like the political shenanigans that are going on. So there's so many levels stacked with all the fairy tales and the folklore that I love, but it's also deeply disconcerting because of what it reveals about our society. Anyway, but that's a whole different conversation. Megan says, I searched for YouTube video ideas for next year.
I could send you my list because I've got way too many. I'm not going to be doing half of
them. This is where CB was saying I could do the basketball game as like a tournament thing.
Ooh, that'd be cool too.
Yes. All the different teams from
X-Men versus Avengers. Now play ball. Yeah.
Yes. I highly approve of this. I mean, you'd have to set it in March, of course, because of March Madness.
Of course.
So anyway. Jenna writes romance, wrote 595 words.
Yay.
And now you just got to get the last 10K. But hey, celebrate your 50K before you start thinking about that.
Celebrate all the victories that you can.
Mm-hmm. Karats sounds like a shortening of cool rats. That's true too.
It does.
And now you're picturing rats with sunglasses on. Yes, I could get behind that one. If you could get StreamYard and internet figured out, you could join me for a work in progress chat. Ooh. Fun. Hopefully your internet will fix itself then instead of the windiness. Yes. And they're playing instruments. The cool rats? Yes. Are they singing the Rat Pack songs?
I was trying not to say it. Because, yeah. I have been doing yet another watch through of Ted Lasso because I can't help myself. And every time he gets to that point where he realizes that Frank Sinatra might have been the problem in all of Frank's relationships, and I'm just like, yeah, maybe. Sorry, just thinking of the Rat Pack.
Yes. So I guess this would just be the work in progress chat where you talk about your work in progresses and answer questions and chat. People are missing out. Hans, indeed. Yes.
I feel that way with all of the Hans Christian Andersen stories. Is like there are parts that I really love, and I understand how this became a classic, and there are other parts that I'm like, oh, Hans.
Yes.
Someone should have loved you as a child. Like you needed. If somebody would have hugged you as a child, your stories would have been so much better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Seafoam takes on a whole new meaning after that foam thing that was served to that writer.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm not getting this reference.
Oh, I'll have to find the post. But yeah, they went to a multi-course meal, and several of the courses were just scented air and foam.
Excuse you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Just no. Give me food. Real food.
Yeah.
And Maggie says, speaking of fruit, I'm going to run off to lunch. Yes, Hans Christian Andersen.
Yep.
Yes. You remember going to see the Cinderella pantomime and they did the cutting off of the toe and the heel thing? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And of course, the way they got rid of the witch in the original is just classic and would make a great ending to a horror film.
Mm-hmm. They are definitely singing the Rat Pack songs with jazz instruments. As long as there's a little teeny tiny saxophone in there, I'm good.
I'm here for it.
Yes. All right, and we are to the bottom of the comments, so don't forget to save before we head out. I hope that everybody has a wonderful Merry Christmas Eve. Don't forget that Charlie has the stream over on Twitch in an hour and 20 minutes.
Yep. Still don't know exactly what we're doing. I really want to continue the game because we finally got in good with the sweet, sweet vampire monster. And I kind of want to do some dungeons with him, but I kind of want to keep writing my weird world building now. Thank you, Glory.
Yes, and also don't forget to visit Devin's playlist for more live streams that happen on YouTube. Let me pop that in the chat. And I don't know if I'll be here on Boxing Day. Our Christmas thing was moved to actual Christmas Day itself, so I should be available on the 26th. We'll see. Hopefully I'll be in a writing mood, and if I am, I will do a stream. So yay, but I might be in a food coma, so no promises. Charlie, did you want to do an outro?
I do too much. My main channel is Charlie Dorsett here on YouTube. I also have a music channel, which is Project Shadow here on YouTube, where you can find my music as Project Shadow wherever you listen to your music. And I stream over on Twitch as CE Dorsett. So you can find me just about anywhere. I do way too much.
But it's all awesome. And I am Jules the Dawdling Writer, and you are on my channel currently. So I am hopefully back to streaming more regularly, at least for the foreseeable future. So if you want to be productive with me and or not, if you just want to dawdle with me, you can do that too. But anyway, have a Merry Christmas, and we will see y'all later. Don't forget to save. Bye, y'all.